Mm.
Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the core and makes me stronger than before. It's not a question about trust, but we stand.
I was pushing buttons and making sure I could hear myself. No, it got really weird in my ear for a second. And I was like, thank God I'm muted. Let me twist something to make sure I was adjusting my knobs to make
Dylan.
sure that everything was.
Dylan likes to adjust his knobs. Welcome to the show, everybody.
That's how you start a show right there.
That
It's
is
Dylan
it.
adjusting his knobs.
Oh, wow. We're already starting the day with just all over the place. Okay.
It only goes down.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Goes downhill from here. So
Mm-hmm.
this, if you were expecting more, I'm sorry. Anyway,
Today is
welcome
not
to
the day.
Defenders Live. Yeah. Defenders Live, everybody on Mojo 50. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Make sure you check us out at doaeshow.com, where you can pick up gear. You can listen to some archives. We've had a slight issue that we have been made aware of and are having to try and
Fix it.
rep some things. Yeah, so there are some of the archives are there.
Mm-hmm. Or you can go to our Facebook page, Defenders Live,
Yep.
where you or DOAE show. Either way you want to go there on the Facebook page, where we have the archives all the way back to what was it, August of last year or
Yeah,
17, August of 2017.
17, the very, very first Facebook Live.
And we sent it to MeWe so people can look at it.
Yes. So, oh, yes. And you can follow, speaking of MeWe, you can follow us on all of the social medias, the Facebooks, the Twitters, and all of that good jazz. MeWe's included, all of them at DOAE Show.
Wait,
Make
at DOAE show?
I mean, I'm sorry, at DOAE. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's,
at
yeah.
DOAE show?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Am I
Don't
messing-
do that to me. It's I have not had enough APR coffee yet, so just it actually had me. I'm like, holy crap, am I wrong? Did we change it? Yeah, no, it's at DOAE Show for all the social medias. Make sure you use the hashtag #ArmYourselves.
I don't care how you spell it. Just make sure you spell it out.
Make sure it's the LVES.
Yeah, make sure it's spelled fine. Capitalizing is fine. No, I don't care how you do it. Just make sure it's spelled out properly. That's all.
That's all. We don't ask for a lot.
I really don't.
I think so. Oh my goodness. What?
No, I didn't.
Uh,
What?
So I don't want to talk about this, but I do at the same time.
You do, but you don't.
I do, but I don't. So apparently, the U.S. soccer women,
Mm-hmm.
which just shows how big of a diehard fan that I am, that I can say it properly. The American soccer women's players,
I'm sorry. What?
yeah, the America's soccer women,
Who?
yeah.
I have-
Apparently,
I don't know who you're talking about. There are only people,
oh, the only people. Oh,
and we cannot generalize people by what sexual organs they have. So can you rephrase that in a way that I can understand this properly?
the U.S. soccer female team,
No, I'm sorry. Who?
the Well, that's an assumed thing too. There's these people who are playing soccer.
Okay. I'm with you so far.
It's another group. I don't know. Apparently they divide them up into these two groups. One they call the men's and one they call the women's.
No,
now,
there's no such thing as men's and women's anymore. You can't have men's and women's anything anymore. Heck, even our t-shirts are unisex. We can't have men's and women's anything anymore. So this can't be a women's soccer league. There has to be another orientation.
Just because it made me giggle because you said Orient. Anyway, I'm just reading what the paper says. So here we go. Who is this by? Just going from this. So
is this from the Daily Wire?
I think so. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. These Chicky Poos had won a soccer game. Apparently, it was a big deal.
Sure.
But there's a lady on there. I'm assuming again it's a lady because it's generally a female name, and the team is called the U.S. Women's Soccer Team.
Okay. That's what they're called. That's completely incorrect for their social standings, but okay, sure.
It's whatever. Maybe they picked it.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That sounds like a patriarchal thing right there. You can't do that.
This chick knows all about it. Megan Rapinoe. Is that how you say your name? Rapinoe.
Megan Rapinoe. Rapinoe. Yeah, you got it right on the second one.
Megan has decided that right out the gate to preemptively reject any invite to go to the, quote, effing White House, end quote. So Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, made a big announcement on Monday that Congress is formally inviting the World Cup winning team to be honored on Capitol Hill.
No. Sorry, Nancy. No,
she did. It said, quote, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi wrote to colleagues Monday that by popular demand on both sides of the aisle, she has invited the players to the Capitol to celebrate their inspiring victory, end quote. And that was a report from...
You are not there to invite people to sit around and give medals to. That's not your job. Your job is to legislate.
Well, maybe it's Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer's job, because he said, too, that he has invited them as well to laud them on the Senate floor for their sustained level of excellence, end quote.
Oh, laud.
Every time I hear that, I think of Christmas. This is so stupid.
Lauding. What is wrong with you? That's not your job.
Oh, it gets better. The Republican Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, has also made clear to Republicans who would like to celebrate the team, praising them for their, quote, grit and teamwork and talent, end quote.
So they have a lot of moxie is what you're saying.
Yeah, them guys got a lot of moxie.
Them guys.
The reason this is brought up, and I don't really particularly care about the footballs or the balls, whatever, the soccers, it's whatever. If you do, good, God bless you. I don't give a flying rat's turd. The problem that I'm having with this is it has always bothered me, and I've decided to take this opportunity to use it as the platform to complain about it. Why do winners of these championships have to go to either the White House or to Congress to be celebrated?
Right.
Why? I don't understand that. These people that they're going to see, these congressmen, these Senate leaders,
there's no reason for them to go there.
Yeah, well, yeah, most of them people don't know who the hell these people are anyway.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Literally, the team doesn't know any of their own people, the own representatives and congressmen, and
Why
the congressmen don't know jack diddly about the soccer players.
So here's the point: who made this by popular demand? It sounds to me like a political stunt.
It does.
It sounds very much like a political stunt. Like, oh, well, I understand you don't want to see the president. That's cool. Us Democrats, we got your back.
I don't. But again, I don't know why we have to go. They have to go to Capitol Hill, or they have to go to Washington. Why do they have to go to where the lords and the ladies reside, so there may be a banquet to celebrate their victories in battle? Bull. You won a game. You kicked a ball into a net better than some other people did.
And you get paid to do it.
Why do you have to go to these people in Congress and Senate, or even the White House for that matter?
No. There is your reward. You get paid to go play a game and train for the whole season.
No, the reward for winning the championship is the little trophy you get. Your opportunity, if you're like the captains or whatever, or in some instances, to be pulled to various different news spots or shows or whatever to be interviewed. There's your reward.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Sure.
This whole thing where, the congressman and the president are going to congratulate. The congressman and president work for us.
Yeah, they do.
They are the low people. Okay?
They're the low men on the totem pole. You shouldn't be like, if somebody asks you to come to Congress, it shouldn't be like a big thing of glory and victory. It should be like, really? You want me to come to that lowly place?
Yes, exactly. And instead, for some reason, it's considered this level of it's a complete honor to be able to be called to the halls of Congress and to be able to walk these hallowed grounds.
I'm sorry. I'm a citizen. I pay for those halls of Congress. I'm allowed to come there anytime I want.
You want to try that again, or
no? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. On the walls and everything, just all over the place.
Make sure you take a wet wipe, because it might
from the
be
windows to the wall.
Sweat running down my face.
And podiums.
And moving on. This is the only reason, but this is the reason why I brought it up. This has always bothered me. Is every time, every championship of everything, somebody's got, they get called to go see the president and blah, 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 blah. And now because we have Trump in, where we're being this divisive, we have to have people go, I won't set foot in there, and then F the White House and neener. Well, you don't need to be you want to go to the White House? They have tours every day.
Yep.
It's like between 10 and 4.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or something stupid like that. You want to go to the White House that bad? Go then. That's when you go. The White House.
Wait until the next person comes into office and then go.
Yeah, whatever. It's not a place where let me go back. They're not kings. They are not lords. They do not rule us. They represent us, or they're supposed to.
Right. This goes back to the entire conversation we had the other day. We are citizens, which means we are co-heirs.
Yep.
We are co-rulers.
Yeah.
Apparently, Attack Yuki over on the MeWe's wanted to let us know that her son peed on the IRS building.
Good.
She's a very proud mom.
I flipped it off when we drove by.
That's not really that big deal.
Yeah, nobody saw me.
And everybody does it.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way, Yuki.
Ah, yes. Happy birthday, Yuki. There you go.
I remembered. Pigapool, Snarky Jackal over on Twitter said, I miss the old days when victorious sports participants just went to Disneyland. And I agree.
What are you going to do? You just won a championship. I'm going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
That was the deal,
you
right?
Can't go to look, sports guys can't go to Disneyland anymore because the gay people have taken over. It's always a gay pride parade every day.
Oh.
Again, God bless you if you're gay, but
Rainbow Mouse. Rainbow Mouse.
When you get, we've already done that story. When you shove it down people's throats far enough and hard enough and long enough, eventually, people get tired of being around it.
Hey, guy, pretty greedy of you guys. Taking the entire color spectrum. That's really greedy.
Oh, they took it all right.
That's right. You took the entire color spectrum. I like some of those colors too. Okay?
Yeah, now people like Steven can never wear a salmon-colored shirt again without having people question him.
Of course, I could never wear a salmon-colored shirt without having people question me because I can't grow facial hair either.
So all you need is like one of those retarded visors, and you could just be like one of those, put what a Maybe tie a sweater around your neck.
Oh no, I'll do one around my waist. I'll make sure it's white as well. So I'll make sure and get a white sweater with a salmon polo.
That would work, actually. Ooh, or if you had it as a
Freaking
salmon
yuppie.
polo with like a white ascot.
Oh, the ascots. We need to bring back ascots. Those are
Yep.
amazing. You know what
Oh.
things we don't need to bring back, though?
What would that be?
Patriot Mobile, because it's here right now.
Yay!
I don't have to bring it back. It is on my phone now, giving me great service now.
Patriot Mobile is bringing sexy back.
That's true. That is true. And they're also bringing great cell phone service back with their veteran-led company. Patriot Mobile is the only conservative cell phone company out there. If you like supporting gun rights, the First Amendment, freedom of religion, immigration law, the sanctity of life, maybe you should put your money where your mouth is or where your heart is. Patriot Mobile gives millions of dollars. Millions, over $2 million now they've given to causes that support your freedoms. Check them out today, man. Exactly. They've got unlimited plans starting as low as $25 a month. They have a promo code right now. It's called Come On Over. Spelled the correct way.
Get your minds out of the gut.
That's right. It's Come On Over. You get a free month for every new line that you set up with them. So one new line, you get one free month for that line. And it doesn't matter how many ever lines you have, same deal. One free month per those lines. Go to patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Use the promo code Come On Over. Check them out today. They're an amazing company. They've got great service. And please, somebody keep typing and get that picture off my screen.
What picture?
On
Oh
me,
my
Reed.
God!
Thank you. Keep going.
What?
Keep going. No.
Stop it!
Oh, no.
No, see,
No,
this
no,
is the downside to the
no,
MeWe's.
no.
Thank you for getting that off my screen. I
No.
appreciate it.
No.
That was
Stop it.
hideous.
It's wrong. I can't scroll up now and see anybody else's posts because of that. I don't even know who posted that. I don't care.
Asking for a friend Jackhole over on Twitter is at DOA Show, at Dylan Lyles, and at Stephen Airy. How do I tell my wife to wait until after the show to tell me about her day without being forced to sleep on the couch? Asking for a friend.
Get her to listen to the show with you.
You know, well, you get headphones in and you just, huh? What? Huh? I can't hear you. What? Huh?
What? No, get her to listen to the show with you. That's how you do this.
She has to like the show as much as you do.
Or at least a little bit.
Let us know. We'll call her out on it.
That's true.
We can make it be like
We can make it a thing.
and now, long distance dedication.
That's true.
Oh, speaking of a long distance dedication,
Who's that?
this is definitely a long distance kind of a dedication.
Are you talking about the hedge fund guy?
Yes, Tom
Oh,
Steyer. Has
that
entered Tom Steyer, who is a hedge fund guy, has entered the Democratic presidential primary with a vow to spend $100 million of his own money on the
Time
race.
out.
Uh-huh.
Freeze
Yes.
frame. That one's for you, Dylan.
You're a jerk. Go ahead.
Ross Perot died today. In other news,
Yeah, it's
he was the only other guy I've ever heard of that said that he was going to pay for his own campaign with his own millions and millions of dollars,
and actually did.
and actually did it.
Yeah, there's others who said they were going to do it, but he's actually one of the few that did. Okay,
Yeah.
but the difference was he was a dirty old Republican.
Right. He was an independent.
Well,
He was a dirty old Republican that went independent, and he did good. He pulled 19%.
yeah, he pulled it all right.
That's right, and gave Clinton the win. But at the same point in time, who then pulled it in the office?
He was the I just realized that Ross Perot was the John Kasich of
Yeah,
today.
yeah, he was.
He was the John Kasich of today. But anyway,
With
hedge fund
much bigger ears than
managers'
I.
money- yeah, the hedge fund manager's money makes him an immediate force in the primary, but it's unclear how the white male so closely linked to big finance will fare in an increasingly progressive party, which is actually true. That was one of the reasons we wanted to throw this out there, is because this guy is running as a Democrat trying to win the primary.
Yes.
He is using $100 million
Of his own money.
that he got through big business, through
Yes.
hedge funds,
Yes.
through the free things that people like Bernie Sanders, and
Old white man.
the old white people, or AOC, chooses to poo-poo and make big stinks of and say we have to tax the wealthy and blah, 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 blah. Apparently this dude is proof that they're taxing the wealthy isn't actually taxing the wealthy.
Because he's a hedge fund manager and he has $1 billion and he's about to spend $100 million of it just to push his name into the presidency.
Or push something. I don't know. But yes.
Push it.
Push it real good. Okay. Stop century is certainly bad news for Joe Biden, whose campaign has been floundering with scandals centered on his touching and sniffing of women and his past support for segregation.
Sure.
Stayer's video is titled "Fundamental Change," which is presumably a smack at Biden, who told wealthy donors in a speech that nothing would fundamentally change for them if he were president. Which we all know that to be a giant load of poo-poo.
Oh yeah, that's complete utter bull.
Yes.
That's true.
Steyer's key issue is climate change, of course it is, which many Americans consider to be exaggerated or an outright hoax. It's pretty bad when, it's either an exaggeration or an outright hoax, and no one actually goes, yeah, that's it. Steyer has also been a progressive donor for many, many years. So, who's excited? I'm excited. Why? Because
I'm not. I don't care.
I don't care either. I like it because he is kind of what the old, what do they call him? The blue, is it the blue? What was that wonky name they call him? The old, like the real
Blue Dog Democrat?
The what?
The Blue Dog?
That's what I was going to say, but I wasn't sure if that was right. Yeah, the old Blue Dog one. The ones that were, they were regular people. They just, they believed in the party, but, they also followed their heart and they did what they, as Americans wanted to do. It was back when the parties weren't completely bad. I mean,
right. Back when you had moderates.
Yes. God bless the moderate.
Back when you had people that were willing to compromise on certain things just to get things pushed through. But even then, those people really weren't that great when you think about it.
No. And again, just compromising is always fine until you're compromising your principle.
Right. And once you do that, it's over.
It is always over.
It's just gone. It is no more. It can no longer be. Unlike CBD oils, which aren't, it's not no more. It is more. You can have more. It is. It has not ceased to be. It is growing incredibly. The market for CBD oil, and you can get your own over at mojo50.com/shop. See, if you go over there, use the promo code Defenders, you get $15 off on the price. So mojo.com/shop. Promo code Defenders, you get $15 off the price of CBD oils. Now, these guys are hemp extracted. They're derived from a very specific breed of industrial hemp, which means it has the lowest amount of THC possible in this, which even the regular hemp stuff really doesn't have much at all.
No.
This is bred to have even less inside of it. So none of the funky stuff that's going to mess your brain up, but all the good stuff from the CBD that can heal your body, clean your mind up, make it so you have less mental fog, make it so your joints don't ache, you have less stress in your body, your tension eases. And if you have things like, I don't know, tremors, shakes, things like that, it starts to ease all of those nerves in your body to make it easy for you. Go to mojo50.com/shop, promo code Defenders. You can get $15 off the price today. mojo50.com/shop, promo code Defenders. We'll be right back right after this. Well, that kind of bled into a commercial break. Well, yeah.
Worked out pretty good, I'd say.
I'd say it did, although we're down one story. I mean,
Save it for
I was gonna say, do you want to move that over, or do you just want to save it for like tomorrow?
tomorrow.
All right, we'll save it for tomorrow. Put that in here. Kevin Hutchins over on the Facebook says, Mojo 50 has the only CBD oils that are conservative. Yes,
That's true. That's actually
that is actually true.
That's true.
That's so true.
works out right. And I leave it to Frank and PA. Him and that
What?
damn Photoshop.
Frankie, what did he do this time?
Stay off the MeWe. All I'm going to say is that picture you didn't want to see, you knew it was only a matter of time.
Oh, gosh.
Oh. There is nothing
It's
sacred.
just so wrong.
It is so bad.
No
and
sacred
yet,
cows.
slightly fitting. Slightly fitting. Goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh,
Mhm.
y'all, while we're waiting, don't forget, if you're in town or going to be anywhere in the greater Raleigh area, Tar River Arms is
Grand
opening their
opening.
store on
Saturday. Well, I mean,
today.
they
I say
actually
grand opening.
opened
They
their
officially opened
doors today.
But yeah, we're doing everything.
Yeah, the whole deal on Saturday. We're gonna be there, giving away a brand new gun from Tar River Arms.
Yep.
Along
Couple
with
of
some
other things.
a little smaller items. You know, we might just be passing those out, but
Might also be a Mojo logo, a very nice wooden one.
oh yeah.
May or may not be being raffled off. If you guys are anywhere in the greater Raleigh area, make sure you
The mighty Mojo 50.
I was reading, so I didn't tell Dylan when to stop talking, but that's okay because it caught him. It caught him. Dylan doesn't have the ability to watch a clock, so I have to tell him every time.
says the guy says the guy watching the clock now. That's not fair. Don't put that on me, Steven. Don't put that on me.
Oh gosh, we were having conversations over the break, and it didn't actually bleed over into what we were doing because it can't with that opener. That's why I put it there
I kind of did it on purpose to make sure that everyone shuts the hell up. So
at the right time because you hear it and you're like, oh, that's right, we're back on.
time to be quiet.
That's right.
Anyway,
Defenders
Defender
Live.
thank you for hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
50.com. Go over there, check out everybody, all the awesome hosts, the stuff that's going on. So much going on over there. Literally, it's an all day into the wee hours of the morning. Nothing but good, conservative, libertarian.
Minded individuals talking and conversing with you.
Yes. You will not be sorry. Tune in, check it out. Tell them we sent you.
Mhm.
When nothing happens, but
Nah, yeah, but just say it. I mean,
they just go, "Oh God, those guys told you."
oh gosh,
Not it.
it's like the Abbott scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh,
Hey Abbott. Hello. Hey Abbott. I hate that guy.
hate that guy. So,
Good
anybody who
morrow.
knows anything, speaking of sports from earlier, there is a new Nike controversy involving a shoe that woke corporations assume would be a charmingly patriotic way to cash in on the 4th of July holiday spirit. Is it just me, or is it weird to refer? And I know it is a holiday, but when you refer to something as a holiday spirit and you speak of 4th of July, it just doesn't go together.
No, it really doesn't. It sounds more like Christmas and everything else. But here, I'm kind of with Brad on this one,
Okay.
and that's most people would say, "Wait, what?" But
Yeah.
no, I'm with Brad on this one.
You mean the Brad?
The Brad Staggs over on the the Daily Mojo. You know that guy.
Yes, dear friend. Yes.
Yeah, good man. I'm with him on this. They did this specifically for the controversy.
Mhm.
They knew it would happen. They put out, like, if they wanted to have this dumbass say anything about their shoes that weren't that he was not involved in,
Mhm.
they would have actually involved him in it.
Yeah, and
so
by
that tells me that this is a plant.
Oh, yeah.
The
No,
entire thing was made specifically so they could put out the thing. Kaepernick can say his piece. They can then trash the entire deal.
Mhm.
And then after they trash the entire deal, their stocks go down for a day, and then everybody buys the new Kaepernick shoe.
Yep. It's almost like it's planned. Oh, wait, because it is. That was the same thing I was talking to our very own Watson Prunier.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom that can also be heard on this station, Mojo 50 Radio, at 7 a.m. Eastern,
Yes, 7 a.m. Eastern time.
live. Check
Yes.
them out. But yeah, we were talking about that. I said, dude, I told him, I was like, it's something, unfortunately, that's going around, where people are starting to use the division and the wedge that's already in people currently, and they're using that as a platform to push and make sales.
That's it.
Because this happened the last time when they made him spokesperson in the first place. It tanked, and then what happened? Came right back.
It shot
Why?
right back up.
Because of the controversy. Because all you're doing is you're taking the one group who is solid in it and believes and says, oh, this is, we're right behind it the whole way. We're going to stick behind it the whole way. Dig your heels in. We're behind it.
Right.
And they're going to stand behind them and make sure, oh, you guys make sure you get out and buy a pair of Nike shoes because blah, 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 blah.
Nope. You know what? You guys don't worry about going to get Nike shoes. But what you should do is you should go to Mojo 50 right now and go check out this shirt that we have going on. You see,
Nice
Nike may not care about the Betsy Ross, but Mojo does.
Mojo does care about
Betsy's got Mojo, and we all know it. Check it out. Go get a new shirt. You know you want one. Dylan needs one. He's going to get one.
I'm actually getting one. I'll buy probably after we're done with the show. I'll be ordering mine.
Because it's good. It looks clean. It's amazing. It's great stuff.
It's. I need to get a new one because I think I'm the only one I feel like I'm the only one. I know I'm the only one who wears it around. Mine's the saying at $20 same as downtown.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but they're like when I went and hung out with Watson one time, he's like, I didn't even know you had. I'm like, yes, it's the best one because no one has it.
That's right. It's
Yet it's still available.
It's the one from early back in the day.
It is. It's the good one.
And this is also a good one. Actually, it's a great one. You should go check them out. Go get that shirt because anytime you support Mojo, you also support everybody that's in Mojo. Supporting them is like, well, supporting us. So
Yes.
why not?
So going back to this wonderful bit of, I don't know, this makes me giggle, so we're going to go into it. Basically, the controversy we're talking about is how the whole Colin Kaepernick whined and complained about Nike having put the little flag on the back of their shoes. Okay, so what we have gone and found is a reaction and idea. Actually, it's ideas of shoes. People who actually love America still have plenty of options available when it comes to patriotic footwear.
Right.
The best part is that the liberals and everybody on the left will be triggered no matter what. So here are just a few options to consider when putting together an outfit for the 4th of July or any day in this wonderful country of ours.
Yeah.
Okay. First one we have up is the classics. Okay. Even a talented athlete couldn't keep these babies off the shelf, as well as we all know, laces are an unnecessary hassle. The time we waste tying them makes us vulnerable to sneak attacks from Antifa thugs and ISIS terrorists, to the extent there is a difference. So, you have the picture here of the red, white, and blue, the American flag Crocs. One Croc is completely the blue stars and blue and white stars, and the other one is red and white stripes.
Yeah.
Velcroed shoes. That's another. When was the last time you wore Velcroed shoes?
About 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I bought a pair because they were easy to slip on and off.
I just don't even do them with lazy the stuff on there for that either.
I
just
got lazy for a while and wore the old man shoes, man.
That's why I wear my boots. I just pull them on. There's no laces at all.
They
Yeah.
were so comfortable.
Oh, here we go. The Union Jack off my lawn.
Oh.
Nope. Way to declare, don't tread on me, than by treading on free American soil with these bold kicks.
Warning, may be dangerous.
And they look like bowling shoes, by the way. With
They,
just the
they do, but they're like original Oxfords, and then they have the Union Jack on them.
That's true.
All right. Then we have the coal rolling platforms. These are some delightful looking things because platforms haven't been around forever, and yet they're trying to make a comeback. Your contributions to global warming, or whatever they're calling it nowadays, need not stop when you step out of the car. Watch
Yes.
the left freak out when they see you stroll in these coal-powered carbon footprints.
Literal. That's see the platforms are a minimum 6 inches. They have a leather shoe attached to the top of them, and they have an exhaust pipe out the back. The entire base is in flame, and so it just makes it that much more hilarious.
Yes, it does. Yes. You also have the Trump Force Ones.
Oh, they just look like giant gold bars with shoe tops.
It is. It is. Elegance defined. Though a tad cumbersome and outrageously expensive, it'll be worth it when you see the faces of the sad triggered left sobbing into their ironic tank tops.
Ah, speaking of tank tops, how about tanks? Just straight tanks. I'm going to wear tanks as shoes.
Why the hell not?
Enough said.
Enough said. God love the free beacon.
Obviously, those are fake shoes, but come on, it's funny.
I don't know. Some of them I would actually
I think
wear.
the classics might have been all right.
I would I wear Crocs sometimes. I got a pair of camel ones.
Do you really?
Yep.
You
I
have
do. I'm so lazy, like, because you know how it has the back strap right there. I actually push mine across the top so my foot just slides in and out. I'm that lazy, like, even for Crocs.
See,
to have that extra thing back there.
You know, your funny thing about Crocs is if you go look on the MeWe page, you'll see a good image. It's
oh God,
Jason Voorhees. Is that right? That's Jason Voorhees, right? with a Croc in his hand, it says, "I love it."
I love it.
And it makes sense.
It does, because the holes on the top and the holes in his.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like they were meant to be together. Anyway, we thought it was funny and we wanted to turn around.
Turn around.
Every now and then. Okay, no, we're not doing that tonight. Virginia's bad at this. Okay, so coming a little bit closer to home for us anyway. Wonderful, great state of North Carolina. Radicalization of campus anti-Semitism in North Carolina is the headline that is up there from the Daily Wire.
Okay.
While Duke University student newspapers, The Chronicle, characterizes Israel as a, quote, murderous, end quote, country with, quote, genocidal policies, end quote, and defends Representative Ilhan Omar anti-Semitic tropes, the Ford Foundation makes the Tar Heel State the focus of intense social justice investing.
Yes, we already knew that.
Yeah, between UNC at Chapel Hill, Duke University, which is what we're speaking of right now. NC State is not quite so bad. Wake Forest University is not big enough for it.
No, it is.
No, I feel no, but it's not. They're not because they originated where Southeastern Baptist Seminary is now, so they have those ties, and they moved out past Winston-Salem there.
Yeah, but it's a big school now, and
it is, but it's not at the Ivy League level that Duke.
Sure, like Duke and UNC and
yeah. Anyway, continuing on, long a hotbed of anti-Israel activism. The left-wing, New York-based philanthropic institution is the 5th largest in the United States as of 2017, reporting $13.7 billion. That's with a B, billion in assets. This is Duke University. The foundation's original benefactor, automaker Henry Ford, was in fact a Nazi sympathizer, admired enough by Adolf Hitler to be mentioned by name in Hitler's book Mein Kampf.
Just another reason why not to buy a Ford.
Yeah, aside from the fact that it's,
I mean, Henry Ford did a great thing in the
inventing the car.
and the automation. Not he didn't invent the car. He just made the line, the automation that he did.
Assembly line.
Yeah.
But like I said, Ford has always been, to my understanding, I've always said it, that Ford is found on road dead. Or backwards, its driver returns on foot.
That's about right. All the time.
Again, and now that, he's called out specifically by Hitler and praised by Hitler,
probably not the best.
Thank you.
Just
anyway.
not the best. Let's just put it that way.
Ford even distributed anti-Jewish propaganda in the form of a book titled, quote, The International Jew, end quote, and promoted the fraudulent work of anti-Semitic, it's hard to say sometimes, hatred known as the Protocols of Elders of Zion. So all these wonderful things go down, just lists of stuff. Ford gave the notorious New Israel Fund $42.3 million from 2000 to 2011, according to the Irish filings. The New Israel Fund, in turn, donated hundreds of smaller nonprofits, many of which engaged in anti-Israel advocacy.
Wait, but it's called New Israel.
Yeah, the New Israel, which you've looked into it just teensy little bit, is all about the whole, Palestinian people and Israel.
They're not Israel.
No,
you
they're
can't
not.
call yourself New Israel.
Yeah, it's a little.
You can't call yourself New Israel if you're not actually Israel. It's like.
Yeah. Ford now embraces controversial Black Lives Matter movement. In 2016, the BLM singled out Israel for condemnation, declaring it to be an apartheid state engaged in genocide. The decision is to single out the only Jewish state is blatantly anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm.
In North Carolina, this is what brings it a little bit close to home. Ford has funded a number of groups that promote the Hamas-supported BDS movement, which aims to use boycotts, divestment,
yes.
I said divestment.
Yep, and sanctions.
To cripple. I can flip and read. I just
put your glasses on, boy.
I need to put my damn glasses on, but it's too late now. I've already bit the bullet. We're going in head first. Okay. One of the key groups in Ford's Black Lives Matter portfolio is the Black Youth Project 100, which is also known as BYP 100, that unites leftist radicals with a hatred of Israel. Ford gave the group $1.7 million in 2017 for youth organizing.
Sure, because they're organizing the youth into violent mobs.
That's a little weird, isn't it? Ford also funded the North Carolina-based Southern Vision Alliance, the DVA, whose staff overlaps with the BYP 100, giving the group $100,000 in 2017. The Southern Vision Alliance promotes BDS propaganda.
Great.
So much good stuff going on. Basically, it's in April 2018, Durham became the first U.S. city to prohibit its police from participating in, quote, military-style training, end quote, with police abroad, in a move interpreted by its critics as part of an effort to isolate Israel and erode support for the Jewish state inside the U.S.
Police abroad, so they want female cops? Just saying.
That's a dirty broad. Dirty broad.
Thank you. And while we're taking a second, they're doing combat training over there. How about you check out combat flip-flops instead? Dylan, you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to understand this.
They're doing combat training, and they're doing it with police organizations across the way. We, instead, are going to check out some combat flip-flops. People who have seen combat. These are it's a veteran-owned and veteran-ran company. These guys have seen combat. They've seen war-torn areas. They've seen what it can do, and they've decided to make a difference. In Afghanistan, they bought an entire boot factory that used to make only military boots, turned it into a plant where they can then make flip-flops. They're terrible. They're bad for running, and they're worse for fighting, is what we're told. Combat flip-flops is what they're called. You should check them out today. Not only will you be supporting building communities in areas that need it, but you'll also be supporting education for women and children in war-torn countries. Check them out today. CombatFlipFlops.com. That's CombatFlipFlops.com. Use the promo code Defender25, and you'll get 25% off on your first purchase. That's Defender25 at CombatFlipFlops.com.
Yeah, no, sorry. I kind of got taken aback there for a second. Kevin Hutchins, it was the first thing I popped on when I saw MeWe. It says, Dylan reminds me of my dog who can't resist sticking his nose into the fan.
It happens.
And I'm trying to figure out, is that my not being able to read?
I don't know. It's either not being able to read, or it's like you say things like, Henry Ford invented the car, but then,
Yeah, no, I had
you knew that. You needed a second.
It was the
assembly line. Same thing.
Tomato.
It built cars on an assembly line. So this coalition, they've claimed a petition for IDF in Israel.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I was trying to get back to where I was at. So the U.S. Department of Education, that would be the DOE, is investigating whether anti-Semitism played a part in a taxpayer-supported conference titled Conflict Over Gaza, People, Politics, and Possibilities.
I've got a better title for him.
Oh, I sure you do.
Bombs over Baghdad.
I love that song. Especially the Rage Against the Machine remix version is so good. This particular event was held on March 22nd 22nd to 24th at UNC Chapel Hill. As we told you, those are the two really big ones. Representative George Holding, douchebag.
Sorry, what?
Not something in my throat there.
Oh, okay.
Had the Education Secretary, Betsy DeVos, in April, claiming the conference featured, quote, severe anti-Israel bias, explicit anti-Semitism, end quote. Funds from the Department of Education grant were used to produce the conference, which I've always gone back to say just real fast. People complain about, student debt and all this stuff when it comes to college education, how expensive it is and blah, blah. And part of it is, I've never understood is, one, why is it so high when these very same schools are not only collecting tuition from the students who go, but they're also getting government funding?
Because they put all that money into a pool and then they pay their administration more.
Yeah, no, I got that. I understand the why. It was a rhetorical why. How is it that people cannot sit there for one stupid second and go, no.
It shouldn't cost that much. Look, when the cost of college goes 100 times the average rate of inflation in price over 20 years, there's a problem somewhere.
Oh, I'm going to do you one better. If the cost of your degree is higher
than your average.
Well, yeah, then we'll be higher than the average income that you make with said degree
in a year.
I'm not even in a year. There's a couple of them I've seen that ends up being over your lifetime.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, like
spend $200,000 and make 20.
Well, I was gonna say, because there's a lot of people who go in there and we joke about the underwater basket weaving and things like that, but there are some cats who get degrees in something as equally stupid, or worse, you get something that's so popular like a business degree. Okay, so you got a business degree. You paid $100,000 for a business degree at some school. It's not even Ivy League, but you paid $100,000 to get that. And you're working where? Office Depot? You know what I mean? And you're not even like in corporate. You're one of those poor people that sit as a shift manager or something, making $10 an hour or $12 an hour because you're management.
Sure.
You're
but I mean,
never going to pay that back. You're never going to make what you put into it.
And that's why everybody wants the government to just pay it for them and say, screw it, we don't want to pay for it anymore.
It's just insane. And yet people continue to go, well, I've got to go to college. I've got to go to college. I'm going to tell all y'all right now, I am doing everything I possibly can to discourage my kids from going to college.
I'm not going to say I'm discouraging it,
Oh, no,
but
I'm discouraging it.
I'm to the point now to where it's very simple. Look, you only go to college if you're going to get a degree and become, I don't know, a doctor or an astrophysicist or something to that effect.
A degree to be an astrophysicist? Seriously.
Yeah.
Do you think you need to have a degree?
Yes.
What does astrophysicists have?
You
to
need
do?
additional education beyond what you're, beyond your high school.
Oh, hold on. Continuing education and a degree are two different things.
Right. Well, I don't say you need an actual degree, but you do need additional education. Now, becoming a doctor, I want you to be a doctor when you're a doctor, okay?
That's exactly.
You're
I'm
going to work
you
on my
there.
brain. You're going to be a doctor. If you're going to send people to space, you're going to be you're going to need a doctorate, please.
Well, no, at least have a high school diploma.
At least, if not else. But
Don't skip and get the GED. Go full blown. Just get the.
And I will say, yeah, really, though. But I will say, the people over at the gun box, they have to have had a doctorate in something.
Somebody's got it somewhere.
Somebody's got something. Like, these guys have certs at least. Like, they have made a gun box that's clean looking, sophisticated, full of technology,
Is it full of it?
and not cumbersome. It's yes, it is also fun because, all you have to do is like basically wave your hand over it and it opens for you, but it doesn't open for anybody else. It's secure as you can make it.
Have you got one yet? Have you looked into getting one yet?
Yeah, I've been looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking too.
My problem is I have car issues, so
Yeah.
affording that and everything else is kind of me, man.
No, I got you, but I'm just saying that
I'm gonna be getting a 2.0 as soon as I can afford to, personally. But
Same.
no, so they have the Gunbox 2.0. They've got the Gunbox Echo. They've got the SJ1, which is for your shotguns, by the way. Check them out today. Go to thegunbox.com. Use the promo code Mojo50 at checkout. It's 10% off. It gets you 10% off of your order over at thegunbox.com. Promo code Mojo50. Get 10% off today. Check them out. If it's something that you know is going to be there to help you keep your family safe from the tools that you use to keep them safe, maybe you should get it today. Thegunbox.com. Thegunbox.com.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's your welcome.
That's true.
I felt like you did it a second time.
Needed it twice.
3 times the lady.
I mean, why not? It's how we're gonna do this tonight. It's already a dumpster fire anyway. So
Dumpster fire!
I was waiting for that. So there's Miss Ocasio-Cortez. Thank you. I was gonna wait for you to do it because I knew you were on the buttons.
Yeah.
She's been big on the climate crisis, right?
She's big on something.
Yeah, and it's probably marijuana.
No, I'm sorry. I think hers might be a little bit stronger than that.
Cocaine.
Don't insult all the other cokeheads, okay? Just don't.
Heroin.
I was thinking more along the lines of Pam out of a dirty sock.
She's huffing, is what you're saying.
Exactly. We're
So
taking.
she's causing her own internal climate change and crisis. But while she's doing that, meteorologists are giving her the big smackdown over her claims.
Gross.
You see, she's been making claims like like this. Unprecedented flooding is quickly becoming a new norm. Despite that, Republicans are tripling down their new of fossil fuels with no plans of transitioning off of them or making critical infra investments. We need to prep for climate crisis. By the way, she couldn't have written this. I've never heard her say words like these.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Each day of inaction puts more of us in danger. And then she has another tweet from another person talking about the people in Cuba that had seen flooding and everything else. And this is where the meteorologist steps in and says, first, a tornado, and now a flash flood. The Congresswoman does not miss an opportunity to turn the weather event she experiences into a political statement to blame Republicans. She's right that cities need to invest in infrastructure, but a slow-moving thunderstorm isn't climate.
Amen.
Get it right. If you're going to say weather isn't climate and climate isn't weather, and you can't use that to say one is the other, then you have to keep to that standard, Miss Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And that's pretty much the end of it there. But I do have some bell counts for you, so we're going to play those and run through them today.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 22 missed innuendo bells, mainly from mispronunciation, 17 actual bells, and 9 AOCs. Unfortunately, giving us a fail for the day. Peace out. Good night, y'all.
That failure was on Matlock's head. All on Matlock's head. You've heard it from here. Go back to his first and third hours. DOA Show. See you later.